How good a coach is he, Gael? How much did you learn from him? How motivating was he as a number 2 to Pep Guardiola, do you think?
Well, first of all, we know being number 2 is not being number 1, and that's the fact. And it's very difficult to estimate how good of a manager you're going to be, even if you've been a great second assistant. Saying that, I've worked with him for 10, 12 months, and he's been amazing because, like Tony said, he loved the game, he loved to study, and you like him or you don't like him, but Pep is one of the best coach, if not the best in Europe. So being on his side for those many years, for sure, you will want to be inspired by him. And that's why I was saying just earlier that I'm surprised to see his team, Arteta's team, playing the way they play, because that's not what Pep will want. So I'm not saying that this is what Mikel wants, but I'm pretty sure Mikel would like something different. So the question is he approaching the game with a different philosophy because he feels that the player cannot give him what he wants? Or is it because he doesn't have the player that he wants? And this is, for me, a very important question, because from there, you can then start to build up. And today, we said that, okay, they conceded on set pieces. They missed 2 huge players, the centre-back and the midfield, that we know brought a lot of peace and power to the side. So that's one thing. We have to keep this in mind. But overall, I would like to know, and I would like to see Mikel's Arteta team the way I worked with him for 10 months, which was being aggressive, defending, going forwards, playing fast, playing 1-2 touch, and creating a lot of chance. Because I'm sorry, even if they think they created enough chance, a team like Everton creating that many chances that Arsenal created tonight would have been happy with that. A team like Arsenal creating that many chances, I'm not sure the fan will be happy with that, because that's not what we want. And on top of that, with the quality and the young players they have, for sure, we're frustrated because we think and we feel they can give more, but yet they don't give us what we're expecting. So it's a very complex situation. I think the confidence is a big factor, but again, I'm sure he's the right man, given that he's been backed by the board. I'm coming back to this because for me, that's the main point.
Well, I asked how good a coach is he, because I've been thinking about number 2s at various clubs that have never been able to make that step up to number 1. I think Manchester United and the literary of number 2s they had, who were never able to go out there and really establish themselves as a first-team manager. I mean, Brian Kidd, Steve McLaren, up and down careers when they've tried it, and no real success.
Mikel was, you know, for during the year I was there, Mikel was, Pep was a little bit more distant with the players, and Mikel was really close, and he was the link between the manager and the players. So he's younger, he's got that vibe, you know, of being a player not long ago, and that you can have being the number 2. Being the number 1, can you be like that? I don't know. I've heard that Mr. Ancelotti is like that. And the fact that we are mentioning that as a quality means that not many have that ability within themselves. So I think this is a big thing. And again, we're coming back to experience. I think Mikel in a few years will be perhaps the complete manager, because he will have that link with the player and he will learn how to deal with everything around the team, because basically being a manager is not being a coach. So time will help him, but do we have time in football nowadays? That I'm not so sure.
How much time has Mikel Arteta got, Tony? Like you said, they are in a relegation fight now.
I think Gael's made some wonderful points there, and there is a completely different, it's a different role from coach to manager, and he's never done that, you know, and his relationship with the players, you can't get matey. You can't have the same relationship. You can't, you know, I was a number 2 at Pompey, and, you know, I could get close to the players. I was on the training pitch with them every day. I was motivating, but Harry, who was the boss, you know, he stood one remove, because he knew that he had to go and go, no, you're out, you're in, bang. You know, had to make decisions, and that's a different ball game. absolute different ball game. And to be fair, you know, we had the situation with Unai when he was in charge, and I said at the start of with this first full season that Unai was in charge, we'd lost Koscielny, Cech, and Aaron Ramsey, and they'd given him 3 other players, in my opinion, lesser quality players. And he's got to then go and to do that. If you've got any management, you kind of go, no, that's not for me. And, you know, Gael made a great point about, you know, working with these players. You know, he really did. He has to, you know, and I keep on banging on, you know, and I think the people are there. We just want to know what's happening with Ozil. And I think if you're a manager, you know, you make the decision to actually keep him out. But these players can absolutely come back to haunt you. If you know what I mean? We've got a player there, I don't know where he is, you know, that can open up doors, that can play, you know, World Cup winner, and he's nowhere to be seen. If that's a manager, you know, he's got to come out and say, as a manager, look, it's not for me, bang, you know. And it's that relationship with your sports director and your coach. So to answer your question, Adam, how long has he got? I think as long as the sports director is not coming under too much pressure, he stays in position. But the minute someone says, hold on a minute, hold on, sports director, what is this? What are these players that you're putting to me? I can't do nothing with this. I think then he goes and either sacks a coach or the sports director gets sacked, one or the other.